This is Kenneth Yates with MMA Absolute.com, and we're joined today with UFC fighter Travis Brown. Travis, thanks for taking the time out to talk with us today. I know that you're a busy man with your family. You have a fight coming up in May against Stefan Struve. How are you planning on finishing him?
I think it's gonna be a pretty good fight. I think it's gonna go either a quick fight or all 3 rounds. I think the guy's really durable, has a lot of heart. And he can take some punishment. He can also deliver some punishment too. So, I'm expecting to go all 3 rounds. If it ends up shorter, then great. But I'm expecting to have a war for all 3 rounds.
And what makes Stefan such a threat in the heavyweight division?
I'm sorry, what was that?
What makes Stefan such a threat in the heavyweight division?
I think because he's hard to mimic. I think you don't know, what he's so young, and every fight he comes into the fight even that much more improved, and it's just he's a true fighter. He comes in there to put on a show, and he shows up every fight. So when he punches, it's from a different angle. When he throws a submission, they're all from different angles. He's a tough guy to game plan for. We feel pretty confident in this fight, and we feel like it's gonna be a great fight for the fans.
And your record stands at an impressive 10-0 with 1 draw. What do you credit your success to?
I think one of the biggest things that's kind of created my success is the willingness to work hard and to listen to my coaches and to be able to put myself out there during the training in the sense of getting beat up during practice. That way the fight's easier. Training so hard, to pushing your body so hard to the point where you're ready to break. Those times are what makes the fight easier.
And what are your thoughts about the UFC acquisition of Strikeforce?
At this point, from my understanding, they're going to keep Strikeforce, and UFC. I think if they were to ever combine the two, I think they would make for some interesting matchups, especially in the heavyweight division.
Speaking of that, in the Strikeforce promotion, is there anybody that you would like to fight?
Yeah, man, I'm always going after the toughest, the toughest of the heavyweight division. They got a whole bunch of fighters out there. Alistair Overeem, obviously. They have a legend like Fedor. Who doesn't want to fight a guy like Fedor? Or that's like the American version of Randy Couture. You know what I mean? Like the guy's just a legend, and the guy's not talking trash, not talking shit, but just to be able to step in the cage with those guys. You know what I mean? Like think about the guys that have the honor to fight like a BJ Penn and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like just to be able to say that you got in the cage with these legends of the sport, the guys that are kind of like the OGs. You know what I mean? They're just the original fighters. They're what made this sport. Those fighters like Randy, BJ, freaking just all those guys. You know what I mean? And I feel like Fedor's one of those guys. So it'd be definitely there's other matchups too, like Antonio Silva and Fabricio Verdum and Josh Barnett and all those guys. All those guys are all tough guys, and it make for definitely some interesting matchups.
Definitely. Well, Travis, it's always a pleasure to talk with you. Is there anything you would like to say to anybody watching, your fans or family or anybody?
Yeah, just in regards to my fans, just keep posted, and the fight of May 28th is gonna be a great fight. I'm starting my camp next week, but I've been training, just as hard these last 4 or 5 months now, and it'll be fun to watch. It'll be a good win for the Hawaiian people.
Definitely.
For the Polynesian people.
Well, thanks again, Travis, and good luck in your upcoming fight.
Thanks, bro.